France 24's Hervé Amoric is standing by in London. We're still looking at the calendar for this, Hervé. When exactly will Boris Johnson go is kind of the focus of today, if you will.
It's a million-dollar question, of course. It's clearly the focus of all the political stress today here. Boris Johnson wants to stay as a caretaker until the Conservative Party has found a replacement for him in September. But there are many, including those heavyweights in the Conservative Party, like former Prime Minister Theresa May, former Prime Minister John Major, who would like Boris Johnson to leave and step down as Prime Minister immediately. They say he has lost the confidence of the party and of the country. He has to go now. He cannot be the one left with the big decisions to take the irony during the summer. And a caretaker has to be appointed, perhaps like Dominic Raab, the Deputy Prime Minister, who has said that he would not take part in the race to be his successor. So he would be the obvious man to do that. Now, of course, as far as the opposition is concerned, the leader of the opposition, the head of the Labour Party, Keir Starmer, has held a press conference today where he says next week he will have a motion of no confidence in Parliament against Boris Johnson. And no doubt all the members of the opposition, all parties included, would vote for that motion, but probably not the members of the Conservative Party, because that would mean an election, and they don't want an election at this moment in time. But the message is clear. Keir Starmer believes that he didn't ask for the Prime Minister to resign immediately on the day in previous times, like, for example, when Theresa May, that's Boris Johnson's predecessor, had to go. Well, she was a caretaker until the autumn, until Boris Johnson was appointed. And the leader of the opposition didn't have a problem with that because it was a matter of policy. He says this time it's a matter of probity. Boris Johnson has lost the confidence not just of his party, but as the whole country. He cannot be the man to take the key decisions, perhaps on Ukraine, for example, because that's a subject, an issue very close to the Prime Minister's, Boris Johnson's, heart. So at the moment, Boris Johnson stays, and if you ask constitutional experts, they tell you, well, if he's entitled to stay until the Conservative Party, with a people's mandate, find a replacement for him, and it's likely to be September. Those in charge of finding a replacement for him are speeding up the process to make sure that before Parliament is in recess on the 21st of July, the parliamentarians in the Conservative Party, the members of Parliament, have found at least two candidates for the associations across the country to decide over until the end of August. So by the end of August, you would have a new head of the Conservative Party, so that when Parliament comes back in September, Boris Johnson can go to the Queen and say, Your Majesty, I have a new name. I have a new name for a Prime Minister. The new leader of the Conservative Party, if you agree, of course, he will become the new Prime Minister.
All right, Hervé Amoric, keeping us up to date from London, where, of course, this race to succeed Boris Johnson is heating up following that dramatic resignation on Thursday. For now, Hervé, thanks very much.